if anybody know about business, you don't keep that type of money in just regular account. So I had to wire the money from somewhere. Okay? So I wired the money to the account. I wired it to the account. I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is that I can't make all the money unless somebody else do all the dictating and do all the control.
He don't need any money.
Spent so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests
that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded.
Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
Floyd Mayweather spoke during Joe Rogan's podcast about reports claiming he lost $1.1 billion, explaining that he still owns a private jet along with hundreds of properties, and added that if this is what people consider being broke, then anyone would be happy to be in that position.
About the Business Insider article that ran.
Yes.
We debunked this reporting, but the gist of it was that Dan Geiger, the BI reporter, said that you didn't do the $400 million Black Spruce deal. And you sued BI and Geiger for defamation recently. You said that Geiger harassed you and your family through hundreds of phone calls, and you also said his reporting was racially biased. What do you hope to get out of suing Geiger? Why did you do that?
Well, I leave that to the judge. I leave that to the lawyers. I just want the people to know. I'm 48 years old. I know you guys want to talk about real estate. Only thing I'm doing is answer the question.
That is a real estate question.
Okay, so out of 48 years, I'm 48 years old, and I've never sued a media outlet. The media outlet throughout my life has bashed me, talked bad about me, spoke bad about my family. I'm not a liar. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. I worked hard to build my name, to build my reputation, and I'm not gonna let anyone go out there and smear my name and talk bad about me, talk bad about my family, or talk bad about my company.
Joe Rogan explained that Floyd's financial problems came from the way he handled his money, mentioning that he spent huge amounts on luxury watches and other unnecessary items, often going overboard with his spending on almost everything.
Come on, man, he needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive, though, but...
He's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he bought it.
Hey, they give them to him?
Because then you get a video like that.
Right. That's smart.
And then you get Floyd's Air Force One given away for charity. That's a tax.
At the same time, a post about Floyd Mayweather has gone viral on X, collecting more than 7 million views so far, claiming that Mayweather went bankrupt despite earning between $1.20 and $2 billion during his career, and saying that seeing his homes and cars reportedly being auctioned feels surprising to many fans. Financial commentator Akos Gupta shared the post again and described how Mayweather lived an extremely extravagant lifestyle, saying he never wore the same underwear twice, employed someone to clean his cars every day, spent around $12,000 each week at a Japanese steakhouse, and once tossed $50,000 into a pool for strippers. He also purchased diamond-covered electronics, a $10 million engagement ring, dozens of luxury vehicles, and 2 private jets valued at $60 million and $30 million, while gambling losses reportedly cost him millions more, and even a $7 million jewelry theft did not slow his spending habits. According to the claims, the IRS later demanded $22 million in taxes, but much of his wealth was tied up in assets, which caused delays in payments. The post added that by 2026 one of his jets had already been sold. A court allowed creditors to move towards seizing his Bugatti, and his strip club reportedly owed unpaid taxes, while he also still owed Logan Paul $1.5 million from a fight several years ago. It was further claimed that his team asked Showtime to provide details of his career earnings, but were told the records were lost in a flood. Despite all this, Mayweather was known for living an incredibly luxurious life, and a car dealer who sold him more than 100 vehicles revealed that he always paid in cash and enjoyed displaying his wealth publicly.
Invest in a brand new cash counting machine specifically for Floyd. The one we had, it was just not that great, so we spent a little more money and got the best one, and it's really cool.
Floyd defended the way he chose to live, saying it was his personal life and he would have no problem if others earned the same kind of money and spent it however they wanted. He also suggested that many of the rumors about him being broke are driven more by jealousy than facts.
I'm pretty sure I'd be upset too if I was somebody else. I'd be mad at Mayweather too. I'm 29 years or 30 years, you keep getting money like that. I'd be mad too. I'd be hating on Mayweather too. See that? You know, people only talk about winners. I'm a winner, so see it's fun. You get bread fresh. It's bad. My nigga bread man. I'm not going to get sick. So did Floyd, man. See, I'm going to crocodile phones, Himalayan phones, crocodile bags.
Wade Plemons responded to Logan Paul's comments about Floyd Mayweather, confirming that Floyd still owes him $1.5 million from their exhibition bout and pointing out that the payment issue has remained unresolved. He also suggested that the timing of Logan bringing this up happened around the same period as his dispute with Le'Veon, adding that it's unclear whether the connection means anything or if it's simply a coincidence.
Because he's still waiting on the 1.5 from Floyd Mayweather. He made this video simultaneously with the beef with Le'Veon, and I don't know, maybe it's coincidence, maybe it isn't.
Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2. The fight nobody asked for except me. I need this. If Floyd wins, he can finally pay me my $1.5 million. I don't care about the legacy fight. I don't care that these men have a combined age of 100 years. I care that Floyd Mayweather, the best boxer alive, uses those same hands that made him $100 million to Venmo me my money. And Floyd, if you're watching this, win it and pay me back, or I'm gonna send my goons after you. Gotcha. Hey.
I really don't know why I watched that. Yeah, listen, dude. Logan is, again, functionally a coward for not doing this. I was really excited for it, too. I couldn't wait. That was about to be content, stud. But, I mean, okay, yes, I understand if he is under WWE contract, they're not going to allow him to do certain...
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is reportedly dealing with financial pressure, with some analysts suggesting that his current manager may have played a role in the situation. His lavish lifestyle, combined with certain management choices, appears to have added to his financial challenges. Based on court testimony, a central figure in this matter is Jonah Rechnitz, who has been described as one of the most significant and prolific white-collar cooperating witnesses in the recent history of the Southern District of New York.
19 million of the money we lost. So to lose 19 of 20 million, I mean, what did you go to the casino over and over? Like, you know. So Rechnitz, now mind you, this is Floyd's new buddy, his new financial advisor. Rechnitz became what prosecutors called, quote, one of the single most important and prolific white-collar cooperating witnesses in the recent history of the Southern District of New York, testifying in multiple federal corruption trials. Claimed to have weekly phone conversations with Mayor de Blasio, his personal cell phone in exchange for campaign contributions. De Blasio, of course, is never charged. Now in court, Rechnitz paints himself as a changed man. While living in New York, I felt pressure to become a big shot, he told the judge. It sounds familiar.
He described having weekly phone calls with Bill de Blasio on his personal cell, allegedly tied to campaign donations, although no charges were ever brought against the mayor. In court, Jonah Rechnitz presented himself as someone who had changed, reflecting on the intense pressure he felt to rise as a major figure while living in New York. Some observers have drawn parallels between his situation and Floyd Mayweather Jr., suggesting that similar pressures and management decisions can lead to complicated financial situations. Despite facing legal issues, including a sentence of 5 months in prison and 5 months of house arrest, he has not yet served time, underscoring how complex the intersection of money and power can become.
5 months in prison, 5 months house arrest, but he's yet to serve any time. I'm sorry, he got sentenced to 10 months in 2019. Five months in prison, 5 months in house arrest, but he's yet to serve any time. His sentencing has been repeatedly delayed and reassigned to different judges. But he remains free nearly 9 years after pleading guilty. So he's been out of jail for 9 years. The guy hasn't even done his 5 months. So he's got his hand in the corruption cookie jar still, it seems like. After the scandal, he moved back to L.A., where he's from, and became a jeweler. He launched Jadel Jewelry and Diamonds, leveraging connections with celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Shaq, and Scotty.
Teddy Atlas notes that public opinion surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr. has shifted in a dramatic way. The same fans who once applauded his dominance and historic success are now turning to mockery, finding amusement in what many see as his biggest setbacks. Those who previously admired his lavish lifestyle and undefeated legacy are beginning to question his financial decisions and personal choices. Atlas explains that this sharp reversal shows just how quickly perception can change. Mayweather's transition from a celebrated icon to a figure under scrutiny reveals how fragile fame and fortune can be in the world of sports.
And like you said, he was Mayweather, Money Mayweather, and now he's suing because he went through his money, he blew his money, whatever. Look, I don't know what the truth is fully in there. I know Steven Espinoza was named. He ran Showtime at the time. He was named him. I never was a fan of Espinoza. Again, I'm not afraid to say and not mince my words when I feel a certain way. And I've taken arrows for it, and of course I've also taken some praise for it. That people say, hey, Teddy's going to say what he feels. I was never a fan of him. I never thought he was a man that kept his word. I never thought he really did a great job over at Showtime. I mean, they put some good fights on because the fights were available, because their lands.
An expert in economics analyzes Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s financial situation, explaining that his earnings and business dealings have been highly complex. Al Heyman, his longtime advisor, played a key role in securing a six-fight, $250 million deal that gave Mayweather the rare ability to choose his opponents while still guaranteeing massive paydays, an arrangement almost unheard of in boxing. The expert highlights that through his persona and drawing power, Mayweather became one of the highest-paid athletes between 2012 and 2014, consistently selling out arenas and generating enormous revenue. However, legal claims later suggested that despite earning hundreds of millions through different business channels, he may have been undercompensated in certain major fights.
Did six-fight, $250 million Patrick, but what was unheard of about it, Mayweather got to pick his own opponent and still get paid. Mayweather, the persona he cultivated, whether you like it or not, has sold tickets. He was a big draw. He was the top earning athlete, 2012 to 2014. Mayweather did his thing for sure. But in this lawsuit, it is alleged that while Mayweather was paid several $100 million through his different associates, those 6 fights with Showtime, and then after that he did Pacquiao, for which he received a $100 million check. He was supposed to get $200 million. He got a $100 million check, but he was supposed to get. So it's easy to get blinded, like, it's a lot of money, but if you're supposed to get more, you're supposed to get.
For example, the bout with Manny Pacquiao reportedly earned Floyd Mayweather Jr. around $100 million, even though expectations suggested a payout closer to $200 million. The expert explains that at such massive figures, even small discrepancies can have major consequences, and missing out on projected earnings can lead to serious financial pressure. Al Heyman, unlike outspoken promoters such as Don King, is known for operating behind the scenes with strategic precision, guiding fighters like Adrian Broner and helping arrange major deals alongside Golden Boy Promotions and Oscar de la Hoya. The Economist ultimately suggests that Mayweather's financial issues are more likely tied to intricate contracts and management structures rather than simply excessive spending.
He fought Conor McGregor, Suge, who fought Pacquiao. But now he's talking about fighting Mike Tyson. He does seem to be having money problems. And I don't care how many goddamn watches he bought, the amount of money he made boxing, unless he's been getting swindled on the business end, you start getting into having hundreds of millions of dollars. You're getting $10, $15 million a year in 20, 30, $40 million a year in interest. Right? If you're just in the stock market is like doubled in the last 4 years, right? I mean, so Al Heyman is this, not like a Don King. He doesn't have that reputation. He has this, that he's a brilliant businessman. He stays totally in the shadow.
Analyst Fannin recently outlined the legal steps taken by Floyd Mayweather Jr., explaining how mounting financial pressure has led the boxing icon to file lawsuits against former business partners. Despite generating over $1 billion during his undefeated career, issues such as heavy spending, gambling, and tax complications have created serious challenges behind the scenes. Fannin suggests these legal battles are aimed at recovering funds Mayweather believes he is owed or addressing what he sees as mismanagement by trusted associates. Throughout his career, Mayweather embraced a lifestyle few could even imagine. So now, according to TMZ, let's take a closer look at the situation.
According to TMZ, let's get to the TMZ. Floyd Mayweather sues Showtime, saying, "I'm missing hundreds of millions of dollars." Floyd Mayweather Jr. says he made over $1 billion in earnings over his legendary career, but the 50-0 fighter claims all the money didn't make it to his bank account. He is now suing Showtime, claiming they played a big role in his ex-manager screwing him out of hundreds of millions of dollars. In the lawsuit filed by Floyd in California and obtained by TMZ Sports, Mayweather says he's gunning to recover hundreds of millions of dollars in the misappropriated funds and damages resulting from long-running and elaborate financial fraud.
He accumulated an enormous collection of luxury cars, owned several private jets, and invested in high-end real estate, while also spending heavily on jewelry, technology, and lavish events. Gambling losses alone ran into the millions, and outstanding tax obligations added even more strain. Despite earning vast sums, these expenses played a role in pushing Floyd Mayweather Jr. toward legal action to protect his financial interests. Analyst Fannin stresses that these lawsuits go beyond just recovering money. They're also about safeguarding Mayweather's reputation and business relationships. Ultimately, the situation highlights the complex reality of managing immense wealth, proving that even the highest-paid athletes can encounter serious financial and legal challenges when their earnings are mismanaged or disputed.
Parties to see whether or not this is something that Floyd should have known about, or did know about, or maybe did not understand. Because it seems very, very funny that Floyd would not know that the money was getting paid to Al Heyman and not directly to him. Regardless, I don't know the outcome of that. I will talk about this, though. The absolute blatant karma up in Floyd Mayweather's face for all the smack he talked about Muhammad Ali and how Muhammad Ali's name was only worth $50 million and he sold half of his name for $50 million and how he's made so much more money and that makes him all of that. Talked about how Muhammad Ali, I'm sure, or I don't know if he did, but I'd heard, talked about Floyd. Yeah, he did, because he talked about his money and how he had to sell his name because he didn't have.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. crafted an image not only as a boxing legend but also as the ultimate symbol of luxury, consistently showcasing extreme wealth throughout his career. From an extensive collection of high-end cars to multiple private jets, diamond-covered watches, and the latest expensive gadgets, his lifestyle reflected pure extravagance. It became so excessive that he even hired staff dedicated solely to maintaining his assets, including someone responsible for cleaning his car collection every single day. He reportedly spent tens of thousands each week on dining, wagered millions on sports bets, and would even throw large amounts of cash at parties to display his fortune. However, recent reports and analysis, including insights from the Boxing Ego platform, suggest that beneath this glamorous image lies a far more complex financial situation.
We are going to go through in this video. Now, I've been covering boxing for double-digit years. Allow me to take you through it. A simple Google search shows Floyd Mayweather. You type in his name, you're going to see some fight photos and whatnot. But the top stories, and there's multiple stories, and we're going to take a look at some of them. But as mentioned, Business Insider is now reporting what you see on the screen, that Floyd Mayweather is being accused in lawsuits of owing millions of dollars for luxury watches, gold, and rent on palatial apartment, right? Bullet points. Floyd was sued for allegedly failing to pay rent on a luxurious duplex.
Despite generating more than $1 billion throughout his career, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has seen his wealth affected by heavy spending, gambling losses, and ongoing tax responsibilities. Reports of unpaid taxes, legal disputes, and speculation about financial pressure stand in sharp contrast to the image of limitless wealth and dominance he presented for years. This stark difference underscores how fragile even massive fortunes can be when spending goes unchecked. What once looked like endless riches now serves as a reminder that without careful financial management, even the most successful athletes can see their fortunes take a serious hit.
This sum represents the $500K, $500,000 in arrears plus late fees minus a deposit that Mayweather paid at the start of the lease and the $100,000 catch-up payment. So they deducted what he did submit when he was made aware of this, the $100K, and I guess a deposit. So the remaining balance is that. An attorney for Mayweather did not provide a comment by deadline. He has not responded to the lawsuit in court. In a separate legal matter, so we've already went over one with this luxury condo in Manhattan, right? But a separate legal matter, a Miami jeweler sued Floyd Mayweather last month, alleging the boxer owes more than $1 million for jewelry that he took but never paid.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned. Until next.